one of the first things I like to show to first-time students doing jiu-jitsu is for them to start to understand what is the guard and how we can use that first, most importantly, as a defense, as a way to defend yourself. And before you get too complex, too confusing with different kinds of guards and how you can control your opponent, how you can sweep, submit in the guard or any position. I think the most important thing is considering you have an attacker bigger than you, stronger than you, and he put you down. So what is the first thing you have to learn is the guard and how we're going to use that to make a good defense. Okay, so we'll start with that. All right, let's go, Bernardo. First thing, let's say Bernardo's the first time coming into the academy for the first time, starting to understand what is jiu-jitsu. So it's really important that he understands, like, first of all, that his legs is his defense, right? If I'm able to get on the side here, he's not able to defend himself, and he needs to move his hips away and put me in with his legs in front of me, right? So now I tell him, put the feet on the hips, and let's just make sure that I cannot reach his face. If I'm trying to punch, choke, grab him, he's able to make sure I stay away, right? So using the feet on the hips as a point of control and a point to keep the distance, all right? And this is still a guard with those feet on the hips that's used a lot from white all the way to high-level black belt, this position here. It's a great point of control. So then I start to tell them, okay, just understand that this is your, number one is your defense after we start to involve an attack. But first, keeping your distance. And then also, not just back and forth, but sideways too. So if I'm trying to move around, he's gonna follow me. He's gonna stay with me and never let me actually get around his legs to the side where I can actually strike him or choke him, and he's less able to defend himself. After that, I start to introduce the idea of hooks in the guard. So one foot coming maybe under the knee. So if I start to move this way, this hook is going to kind of keep me in front of him, right? And also still keeping me away from him so I can't grab him, okay? If he needs, he can put it back. If I start moving this way, he puts the other hook. If I move the other way, he switch and put the other one, all right? So you're always keeping me in front, okay? So now he's understanding lateral movement and forward and back, keeping me away. Now, he's getting a good concept of distance. Now the next is starting to look at how to get out of this position. So another point of control that I like to introduce right away in the first day is holding the ankle, okay? Now look, so not only can I not come close, but he's starting to control, so I cannot step back either, okay? He can also, with his hand, hold my sleeve or my collar, even better. Now I can't posture up, right? I can't posture and I can't step back. I have one free leg here, so he's gonna start to use that hook. So now look, I cannot step back, I can't posture up, and I can't step back with anything. So I'm actually basically pinned in this position here. I can't get close, he keeps that pressure always here. I can't grab him here, he keeps me away. Good, and now we can introduce a way for your novice student to develop this sweep. So I'm here, I tell them just keep holding and push with this leg. After you push, comes to the top, and he's in a much better position than before, right? So this is one of the ways I like to introduce the idea of guard to your early students, to the beginner students. Make them understand that the guard starts with defense, and from there we can start evolving into more intricate types of guard and sweeps and stuff like that.